Do you hear it, Tori?
Mm-hmm.
Do you hear it? What's coming? What's coming?
Thunder.
That's right, you guys. The thunder's coming. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Woo! The thunder's coming. What are we talking about?
We're talking about boot camp, baby.
Yes, we are going to boot camp when?
We are going this weekend.
Next weekend.
That's what I said.
We're going June 1st and 2nd. We're going to where?
Breckenridge, yo.
I know, but you guys, why are we going to boot camp? That's the most important part.
I agree. And I can just speak from my experience and why boot camp was life-changing for me. And so I'm glad that you asked, Ellen. Let me tell you why you should go to boot camp. Many reasons. Number one, Breckenridge is beautiful. This time of year, I remember when we were looking outside of our condo last year and how it was one of those postcard scenes. And I kept thinking, okay, this doesn't suck. That's number one. Number two, meeting all of these people from all over. And I think, you correct me if I'm incorrect, but isn't the Colorado boot camp the best one in the United States?
It is. I mean, we're not supposed to make comparisons, right?
Well, and I only say that because it's in Colorado.
But it's kind of the best. Yeah, it's the best. And who do we have coming this year?
Oh, Ricky Martin.
No. But thanks to us, we're all living La Vida Loca.
We're having Jay come. And
Jay Martin's coming. Wait.
So, Ricky Martin, Jay Martin. They're related. No.
They're actually not related. But you can totally tell people that they are.
I know. No, but Jay Martin is coming, and I have yet to experience actually listening and seeing Jay Martin in person. Tell me about it.
Oh my gosh, Jay Martin is awesome. He's our company founder and still our president. He founded our company in 1970, and he's a former school teacher turned entrepreneur. And I think Jay is three things. Number one, he's absolutely visionary. He's not like everyone out there. Think of visionary people that maybe you've read about or been inspired by, people like Steve Jobs or Elon Musk, people like that. Jay Martin is that. He's also incredibly inspiring, and he gives a powerful message always wrapped up in his absolutely exceptional sense of humor. Like, I usually have a stomach ache from laughing so hard after I see Jay. He's terrific. And
I'm
honestly,
so excited.
Tori, Jay is in his 70s, and he still is traveling all over the globe to share our company's mission to inspire healthy living around the world and to help franchisees like us to build a stable and lasting business that will help our dreams come true. So it's a big deal that he's going to be there. Like, you want to get there to see him.
And isn't it true too, where he's still personally involved in a lot of these franchises?
He's in the office every day, and he speaks at every conference. Like I said, he travels all over speaking, and he's just a lot of fun. Plus, we have some of Colorado's fastest growing Juice Plus leaders. They're going to tell us what they're doing and how they're doing it. And so I think that the most important thing boot camp gives you beyond vision is some of the how-to. And then, you guys, we've got Wendy Campbell. She's, of course, speaking in Denver on Thursday night, but Wendy Campbell will set you on fire. I mean, she is amazingly passionate. She's an RN, and she is the original mom on a mission that set out to change the statistics of the health for our kids. So thanks to people like Wendy, my kids are growing up so much healthier, and she's going to bring that education piece so that you better understand the connection between nutrition and disease. And after you hear Wendy, your bravery, your boldness to go share Juice Plus with others is going to be off the charts. She's really one of the most passionate women I've ever encountered in my life. And I think for us to have a role model like that and to be able to hear from her twice at boot camp is just exceptional.
Well, I will say from last year, and again, speaking only from last year, two things actually you touched on, and this kind of expands, which is the community part. I know about our little team, and I love our team. I think our team is completely supportive, and we're one of those that will push each other's crowns up when they're falling down. And that is huge. But then when you meet all of these amazing women who started with just a little dream, and it was very simple, that I want to build something for my family. I want to, build this. It gave me that personal development and thoughts that I was like, if I can do anything with this, I want to build a legacy. It just grabbed me and made me realize that I was part of something so much bigger. It was more about dream building than it was just helping people. So I would say that was huge. And I was so inspired by some of our, and I wish I could remember her name. She was the MD from last year who spoke on stage. She was so cute. She was the one who was talking about being in the carpool line for the first time after she quit her pharmaceutical job, and being able to do this full time. You know who I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yes. And I just remember going, wow, just to have that moment, that one moment when you go, I'm glad I'm doing this. And so that was huge. The other thing that I loved was when they talked about how we treat our farmers. I mean, you realize that we're in a Whole Foods industry, right? And that we're really helping other people with Whole Foods. However, you don't necessarily always know what farm to the table really means until you hear that story. And the fact that Juice Plus goes out of their way to talk to farmers, to go to the farms, to make sure our farmers are being taken care of, was huge to me. So I left with, I think a billion notes. Yes, I know I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I did. I just wrote the whole time, and it really just empowered me. So I walked away with the idea, yes, when I started selling Juice Plus, it was the idea of helping people. It'd be great to make money, but then after boot camp, it gave me a vision of something so much bigger than who I am. And I cannot wait, knowing who's coming this year, to just know that I get to be around that and around those people that, that they have this passion for not just the company, but for the people who represent their company is huge. So
that's the thing. I love what you said. You hit the nail on the head. If you've been there before, you go because you need that to rub off on you again.
Yeah.
Right? We have to keep growing. Mm-hmm. And if you've never been, I think, and maybe you have a different reason, Tori, but for me, the reason I really want you to come is I want you to have a close look at what you've got your hands on, because I know you're probably like me and you have no idea. You guys, 11 years ago, my upline was calling me and saying, you got to go to boot camp. You got to go to boot camp. You're a rock star. And I was like, why would I do that? Like, my husband's not going to want to spend the money.
Well, and you had babies.
I had a baby. It was all the logistical stuff, and I didn't get what I was missing. And honestly, I thought it would be like a boring bunch of lectures or trainings or something. And they really encouraged me to just go. And in fact, they pressured me a little bit, and I'm glad that they did, because when I got there, you guys, I walked away after 2 days and said, I'm going to be a national marketing director. And I had a vision for my life unlike anything I'd ever had before. I was 32 years old, and I was given permission to dream again after pretty much the world had beat that out of me in my first decade since college, And so I want you guys to take a look at what you have your hands on, whether you want to change health of people in your community, whether it's income that you need or don't need, but you could put it to work, improving your life, up-leveling your life, whether, maybe you're going through a crisis, maybe you're going through major life stuff. You need to be there. You need to make that investment in yourself. So get your ticket, get your lodging squared away. I mean, honestly, I have this huge bottle of wine for boot camp. This is not your average bottle of wine. And I mean, Tori and I could probably just have this by ourselves, but we really want to share it with all of you.
Yeah.
Right? Good. It's from France. It's rosé from France. I'm going to take it up there. I've been saving this for a special occasion for a couple of years, and it's really heavy.
So you need it emptied, is what you're saying.
We're gonna, you know what? We're gonna have the best boot camp ever with our team, and I am believing that we're gonna have more people leave with a vision, their life, a dream, and the tools to go to work on it and to really change the communities that you live in. Because guess what? Every single person watching this, there's people in your life that are going to cross your path that need to hear about Juice Plus from you. And they, right? And they need to hear about the virtual franchise from you. I mean, can you imagine, Tori, if I hadn't have shared it with you?
No. And I will say that it is one of the best things that has happened in my life, because it's given me an outlet to become a better person. And it has nothing to do with Juice Plus other than Juice Plus cultivating me. I mean, the belief, again, the community and the team and that mentality of building somebody up with a good mindset instead of it was, you met me where I was, and yet at the same time, I want to grow. I want to become a better person. And the best part about boot camp is you can show up in sweats and a t-shirt. No one's going to judge you. It's just about showing up and getting what you can out of it, because I needed it at a time where I was busy. I was struggling through some other things. And honestly, I didn't see myself being able to go last year, but I walked away saying, that was one of the best decisions I've ever made, because it opened my eyes to wanting to be a better person, not just with Juice Plus, but all around. And I really do believe so much in Juice Plus for that reason. So,
do you think that helped you ultimately on your journey fast tracking to sales coordinator?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Because it wasn't about the bonuses. It wasn't about anything other than having people stand behind me and believe in me. So even though, like, there are times where I know you as my upline pushing me, you're not pushing me for any other reason than seeing the potential in me. And I know that. And so to be able to see that when you walk away from a boot camp or any other organized things that we go to, you start to see it in yourself. And it's nice to have that mirror reflection in front of you,
right?
Versus, you know, what you maybe came in with.
So what do you see for yourself with this coming boot camp, kind of where you are and where you see yourself headed?
Well, what I want, because I am like every person, and maybe not, I'm speaking for myself, but I know at certain points life gets in the way. And so for me, I've gone like this with Juice Plus. I have been like, I can't do anything with it right now, to, oh my gosh, I'm going to become a national marketing director overnight. I'm at that point where I want this to become this. I want that consistency. I want that eye of what more can I do to help serve others, as well as to help leave a legacy for my family. So what I'm hoping is that seed, that inspiration, and plus to get to know the people on my team more, because I'm realizing our team is all about helping build each other up. And it really is promoting, it's not a competition. It is truly about, we want to help you. And I feel like with Juice Plus, to be able to take what we have and say, if you could make a couple $100 extra per month and get healthy while you're doing something, what more could you ask for?
Right.
And so, yeah. So what are you hoping to get out of it this time?
Well, I mean, think bigger than that. I mean, I will tell you, since that first boot camp, I've literally made hundreds of thousands of dollars in this company, right?
Yeah.
And that's pretty extraordinary. It has given me the life that I want with my kids, you know, being home and around them, having something that's really fulfilling to do for work. And it doesn't feel like work. It feels like making a difference, and it feels like it matters.
Yeah.
And I talk to a lot of people that don't feel like what they're doing matters. But this is just the beginning. For me personally, I've got huge goals, and I'm really committed to locking arms with, you know, you guys that have some big goals. And like, why not? All of you can be national marketing directors, and you may not want that, but doesn't mean you can't be inspired by them. Doesn't mean you can't go create maybe $500 a month residual income that gets your family out of debt, or pays for private school, or whatever it's going to do. Think about all those things and come and take a look at this and really, you know, dig a little bit deeper. Like I said to you earlier, you wouldn't send your daughter off to college without going and visiting college campuses. It's the same principle, you guys. Come and check it out.
Exactly. Well, and I think too, for me, I want this to be more consistent so I can grow, because ultimately I want to just keep going up. And I am in a service position where I help kids with disabilities. I love being a special education teacher. What I see out of this is more of the big picture. Where do I want my life to be in 20 years? Where do I want my kids' lives to be? And really, at the end of the day, what do I want them to think of me and watch me build something that is my own, and that I've grown, that, I'm not going to work for someone necessarily, but I am working for people to help them realize their own potential as well. So it's exciting. And I think boot camp is one of those things that you have to go in order to just experience it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't know until you go. You really don't.
That was a training right there from her. That's the future national marketing director, and we have so many of them on our team. So you're so awesome. Thanks for taking time to do this today. And we want to hear from you guys in the comments. We want you to be thunderstruck.